great to be here tonight, Rick. How you doing?
I'm doing good, man.
Good. I've been on the ground in Baltimore during the kerfuffle that's been going on.
The
down
Baltimore
there.
uprising, they call it.
Indeed. It's some have been calling it the smartest uprising and rioting in the history of rioting.
Well, why do they call it the smartest?
Well, as you mentioned earlier, most of the fires and then the demolition and the destruction took place in the 21217, which, if you're from the area, you'll know had already deteriorated considerably.
Yes,
by the time they decided to. And so breaking a window in an empty building is kind of just like, hey, that's not really rioting. It's more of suggested renovation. It's saying, hey, let's remodel this block. Let's, instead of a CVS, maybe a tech upstart company comes and we have jobs within the nation.
I heard that's what is going to happen, actually. They're going to replace some of these CVS's with actual upstarts.
Yeah, everything needs to be going to the web at this point. As we know, CVS has lots and lots of superfluous paper in their receipts. And people were pretty upset about that, Rick. Not nearly as upset as about the murder of an innocent guy.
Yeah, people were getting really upset. Like, I can't believe black folks. Martin Luther King is so upset right now.
He was probably a little happy about it. I mean, okay, here's the thing. So I've been talking to a lot of Baltimore citizens, Rick, and the Baltimore City residents are known to be polite people, maybe to a fault, who've been dropping subtle hints for decades, such as half the population of the city leaving in the last 40 to 50 years.
Because you're from Baltimore and I'm from Baltimore. And
I am. My family was safe in the 21229, where there was not any type of disturbance whatsoever. Thank you for asking. Besides the great migration out into the counties where there are malls, there has also been, Rick, just a lot of murder, a lot of STD spread.
Yes. That's why I got out.
Yeah. What your audience does not know is two miracles are standing before you. We are black men who graduated high school and decided to actually go to college and finish that as well.
Yes.
Having grown up inside the city of Baltimore.
You're like two unicorns.
It's not so much an achievement as a miracle directly from Jesus himself that I'm speaking to you right now. And the city was dropping even more hints, Rick, such as gritty crime dramas, several, the least graphic of which was known as homicide. That was the least graphic of the dramas.
You know, I auditioned several times for The Wire. I did. And I got callbacks. And every time they call me in to play a heroin addict, and at the callback, it'd be a guy who looked like a heroin addict at the callback. He'd nodding off. I was like, I don't think I'm going to get this.
Oh, well, Rick, in Charm City, authenticity is very, very important, and we've all seen your arm bottoms with no needle marks, no tracks. There's no way you're going to be.
A little bit of lotion too. Right?
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen who may be in the back, it's Cocoa Smooth up here. I mean, Rick Younger arm bottoms.
Shea Butter Soft, which is also the name of my next album.
Shea Butter Soft.
I already have it in the copy. It's really good. And you know, there's a feeling going around that there may be this thing that will happen now that the officers have been indicted and the Justice Department is looking into things. It's only known in the city of Baltimore as a myth, but people call it justice. We are taught not to necessarily, justice is a concept within Baltimore City that people, Rick, it's like heaven. You can say, I can conceive of it, but I can't talk to anyone who's experienced this thing, justice or hope. There hasn't been much hope. I mean, excluding football season and sometimes baseball season, not actual hope since, I don't know, the Colts left, since around that time?
I lost hope when the Colts left, man. I remember
And they kept the team, you know,
They kept
the uniform.
The Indianapolis Colts. What do Colts have to do with Indianapolis, man?
If they were in Kentucky, maybe. It's an open wound.
So are there any final answers or any conclusions that they've come to as a result?
Well, citizens are optimistic, which is to say that there is maybe, you know, we're not absolutely certain that the officers will be acquitted at this point. So, you know, hope is really high. We're thinking only 94, as low as 93% chance that they'll be acquitted. Based on history with when it comes to murdering blacks in plain sight and in the United States.
All right, that is Carl Foreman with the Baltimore report. Hey, Carl, keep open line.